Hi Libra, here's a general look at your solar chart for September 2011. Now every year at this time the Sun is in the sign before yours, which means the energies have a strong pull inwards into behind the scenes activity, into your emotional self, into your private life. So that can, be interpreted in many ways, but it can be that your inner feelings can dominate and could distract you or scatter you at times. So just watch out for that, and don't let frustration lead to counterproductive consequences, like knee-jerk responses, leading to something which is not really what you wanted to be happening, and it's not all about that. It can be about that. It can also be about you being very much playing the supportive, the understudy or the supporting role. It could be you pulling strings from behind the scenes, just keep monitoring things, keep supervising quietly, in a kind of a low-key sort of a way. There are some influences which are very sociable, pulling your attention outwards until the 8th. So having to be very much in the stream of kind of making the right noises, as it were. But as I say, your inner world, your sense of your feelings will dominate. Your sense of your intuition will dominate as well. So you just need to be keeping an eye on yourself and looking after yourself in the best way you can, being firm about taking space for yourself, having private time, downtime, nurturing projects and activities, healing, recharging, generating. As I say, there could be quite a lot going on, though, related to your standing in the world or how others see you, and that's going to be really all month, as a matter of fact. So you've got to have this one eye looking outwards, and kind of watching your back, and maybe having to deal with authority figures and bureaucracy and the like, and then this other eye taking, very much looking inwards, you taking your pulse, you looking after yourself, you making sure that you look after yourself more for most of this month. So yes, others may be looking to you for an example, or looking at you and judging you, or you feel that they are. You may have to deal more with authority and people in so-called positions of power, whether they deserve it or not. That kind of stuff, but also feeling more sensitive, feeling very much, that you're making more of an effort than they would ever know and be aware of. So at times, you're just going to have to be putting your own desires and plan for the day and schedule or whatever to one side, because whether you like it or not, and some of this you could have chosen, of course, others are going to be relying on you, and you've got to just put your own stuff on one side, get yourself out of the way, because you see the bigger picture. Because actually a lot of these energies are going to help you to see the bigger picture. A lot of these energies are going to help you to, on a gut level, know what is the right thing to do. Okay? And just get on with it, really. And just be careful, as I say, about your boundaries. And that's up until mid-month. And then just be careful but be very careful about boundaries until mid-month. And then just be generally careful to do with yourself until the end of the 3rd week. Right. So you may be feeling more introspective, you may be mulling things over, you may be more open to, the inner planes, the unconscious, meditation. That would be a good thing for you to be doing. Linking with the higher intelligences, the expanded awarenesses, the higher frequencies, listening to your dreams, writing them down, because they're there to help you. They're there to help you sort things out, but also they're there to help give you teachings and guidance as well. And for you personally, this is a phase when you should be, as I say, feel guided, and allow yourself to be guided. Give the space in your head to hear that and feel that guidance, but also use your imagination, project into the future how you'd like things to be, listen to your inner wise voice or voice of conscience, and perhaps reflect upon elements of the past and go in for self-nurturing activities or practices on a daily basis, which is going to give you more life energy, more positive energy, more balance and stillness to your mind. And then from the 14th, well, that's how I see it anyway. And then from the 14th, you'll begin to feel more sociable, more appreciated, a warmer vibe around. You may get an admiring glance or two. You may be giving an admiring glance or two. Very sociable time there from the 14th onwards, and you could be feeling good in your skin, better in your skin anyway. And there's going to be more opportunities to do kind of cool things with cool people, maybe. Relationships could really get a boost then, and they're favorably highlighted, whether they're business ones or personal ones. Your love life could expand, your social circle could improve, etc., etc. And you could be quite persuasive. You could be very good in a negotiation type situation, buying, selling type situation, and feeling maybe just a little bit self-indulgent. You do that sometimes, and that's absolutely fine. Why not? Treat yourself to something, but also feeling treated to things. Maybe feeling as though a resource or some kind of finance or some kind of deal which is beneficial is kind of just coming towards you. It's more likely from the 14th onwards, Libra. And from the 18th, the group dynamic will be emphasized friendships. And you may be taking a very active role within a group situation, having a demand on you in a group situation, and kind of, joining in with the others, as it were, but also being looked to for your ability to be clear, decisive, motivated in a group situation. This could be, people you know already, friends, or you making new friends, or it's acquaintances, you making new acquaintances, or gathering together with a group of others for a specific common cause, and also be gathering your forces and your resources together for some sort of group cause or joint cause or activity which will help you make progress, activity which maybe you've waited to do, you see. You're more likely to enjoy teaming up with others from the 18th, and still be feeling introspective at times there, but you could be a lot more active for business reasons, pleasure reasons, and it could be that you feel that there's a sort of competitive vibe going on as well. Networking is highlighted, and anything techno or anything where you've got to really kind of put your mind to something, and a higher vibration is going on there as well, an inspirational higher vibration which could catapult you into change is going on from the 18th also. Now, every month I speak about slow-moving outer planets. If you look at the website, then you'll see that that there is a copy there that you can read about the slow-moving outer planets. But I'll just do a recap to the camera at the moment. until next June, Jupiter, the planet of expansion and potential and abundance, is going to be a very bountiful ally for you, a Libra, in the area of pooled resources, joint resources, like some of you could get a sugar daddy, or it could just underpin influences where you and another can really do business together because you got a resource and they got a resource and you need theirs and they need yours. So it could be a thing, you know, or it could be money, or it could be a knowledge, a skill, it could be a space, it could be all manner of things, but it's reciprocal, basically. So you have a case, and you know, you carry with you whatever it is, or you have a good reason, it could be, that needs this contribution, and this person has been looking for someone that needs this contribution. So this is potentially, and everything about Jupiter is to do with potential that you must see, that you mustn't miss, the area that can give you a financial boost, or at least a boost in resources over the several months up to next June. So anything bought, sold, leased, lent, borrowed, you know, it's more it comes to your way more easily. Now then, Saturn, of course, is in your sign, so every 28 to 29 years we get Saturn coming through our sun sign, and it's a real wake up and smell the coffee, you know, it's the get real moment. And so overall you should be perhaps finding life a little bit more challenging, having to be more patient, waiting for things to come right. It's a real test of character, this one. Taking your responsibilities more seriously, being patient, and also at this time your sign is getting aspects coming onto it from Pluto and Uranus, which are also teacher energies, but they teach in different, to do with change and letting go of the old and moving into the new, and renewal and rebirthing. So anyway, Saturn is helping you to really get real with your hopes and dreams and not be so woo-woo or fuzzy about things, you know. Be realistic, having to navigate a few obstacles along the way, and could even have health, you know, problems, some of you. And you are just going to find out what you really need for yourself, and then set about tilling the ground. I mean, it's as basic as that, tilling the ground to get ready to build your life in this new kind of a way. And that's going to be up until autumn 2012. And it's really across the board, it's in all areas of your life. Uranus is a very different energy. It's transiting your opposite sign, Aries, be there for many years. And you Librans born the 23rd to the 28th of September, or with the first up till 5 degrees of Libra rising, are likely to feel this vibration most strongly this month. By the way, with Saturn, you Librans born 7th to the 14th of October, or with 13 to 20 degrees of Libra rising, will be feeling the influence of Saturn mostly over September. Uranus, well, Uranus is meaning that you've just got to sometimes be ultra flexible, and you feel like you've got to bend over backwards because of what's happening, to partners or business partners, or in close one-to-one relationships. Might not be a partner, but might be. What's affecting them? They're blowing hot and cold. They're up and down. Now you see them, now you don't, or they're having a problematic time. So you just got to be ultra flexible, adaptable, unable to consolidate until the dust is settled. It can be a bit unpredictable at times. And also another way it can work, of course, it can work in many ways, depending on how your natal chart is, but you could be having more interaction with special groups, or people who like, you know, the oddball, people who are a little bit eccentric, or people who like to experience things off the beaten track. And likely to have get you connected in more with the group dynamic once again, and working with others for a common cause as well, or being very much, you know, mingling and mixing and milling around, rubbing shoulders with people who are there for a similar reason. Wherever the there is, it will change obviously over the long transit of Uranus. And I've given the dates for who it will be affecting this month. Neptune is back into Aquarius, the very end of Aquarius until next February. That means uncertainty around a love relationship could be creeping back in there, or with a certain creative enterprise that could re-emerge. And you Librans born on the 20th to the 23rd, or with Libra rising the last 3 degrees, 20th to the 23rd of October, I should have said, the last 3 degrees. We feel this vibration mostly this month. Pluto's influence, you may or may not know, is at the root of your chart, be there for a number of years, affecting, you know, the very roots of your inner self, changing you from within, but also changing your base of operations without. So that's who you belong with, where your point on the map is, family relationships. There could be a lot of change affecting certain members of your family, and that of course will have a knock-on effect with you. And you, so it can be quite emotional sometimes. And this month, you Librans born from the 24th to the 1st of September, from the 24th of September to the 1st of October, I should have said, or with 1 to 7 degrees of Libra rising, will feel Pluto's vibration mostly. And from the 22nd, well, that's when the sun comes into your sign, Libra, and the way should be clearer to get on with things that you really would rather prefer to be doing for yourself, and having, you know, being able to be a little bit more self-indulgent than the time you're in previous to that. And if you know your rising sign, listen to that too. It'll add to or subtract from what I've said here. And also listen to your moon sign and see, if you know that, and see what relates and what doesn't. And only doing that over a number of months will give you the proof of whether it relates at all. And I'll see you the next time.